Hey guys, on today's video we get to see what it takes to ace the best tank or one of the best tanks in World of Tanks, and that is the 274A. I have played this tank for over 700 games and I could not ace it. You need 1.5, over 1.5 base experience to ace that tank on the EU server. The best that I've gotten to get was 1.4 base experience. I was basically 3 shots or 2 shots of damage away. So you know what? I've decided to download 2 replays of 2 different guys playing the 274A and acing it. And spoilers, they are really good at the game. And if you see with me here, I've had plenty, and I mean like plenty of good games with it. Like this game, 5 kills, 3.8 thousand damage. This 1 kill, 3.8 thousand. 3.6, 6 kills, right? Let's look at the base experience that I managed to get. Like this is like a really good game. 6 kills, 3.8 thousand damage. That's not bad, right? And as you can see, first class, 1.3 base experience. I'm telling you, this thing is not easy to ace. If you ace this thing, you should be proud of yourself. Let's look at this one. 4 kills, over 3,000 damage, and still not ace. This was a loss, so I didn't get a lot of XP, I guess. Let's check this one out. All of my games, none of them was good enough to ace it. As you can see, this game was against tier 10s, guys. Tier 10s, 1.456. Shooting nothing but tier 10s. The Badger, the Badchat 25T, the IS-7, and still not an ace. So yeah, as you can see, plenty of good games, but wasn't enough. So enough talk, let's just right about now teleport to the gameplay. Hey guys, I'm back with the replay here, and our guy called Albi Rise Up Again is going to show us exactly what it takes and what do you need and what kind of performance you gotta have to ace this tank. Okay, so he's on Kharkiv map, and it's an all tier 8 game. And he seems to be heading straight towards the city. He's got one heavy tank with him currently, and usually when I play this map, I head towards the F1, E1 position, and I brought it out right there with the medium tanks. But our guy is he's not interested in that. Let's just say that. And he is going super aggressively. Like, this is a really aggressive play considering he has like only one guy supporting him. I mean, imagine he could easily get rushed. But let's see what's gonna happen here. He put a shot into the 703, which is the Russian premium heavy, tier 8 premium heavy tank. And then the Tiger 2 tries to flank him, and he immediately notices him, turns and puts a shot into him. The Tiger 2 bounces on him, and he puts another shot and tracking him at the same time. This is like a really great play. Not only like how he reacted to it, but how he also, performed everything. He puts another shot into the Tiger 2. So the Tiger 2 is down 1,000 hit points. The 703 pokes aggressively, and this is what I was talking about. He could easily get rushed because now that all his teammates on the north or the east, I suppose to say, are all spotted, people like the 703 realize that this guy doesn't have much support, and the Skoda's reload is like 20 seconds. So yeah, if this Carnarvon was a Carnarvon, or however this tank is called, it's a tier 8 British heavy tank. If he knew what he was doing, right, in this instance, he could have helped the 703 take care of this guy here, our friend, and they probably would have rushed him and finished him off. But I guess you can't expect, when going into random battles, guys, you can't expect everyone to know what they're doing, right? You're gonna meet a lot of new players. So it is what it is. So our guy finished off the 703. He pokes here, spots the Burask. The Tiger 2 bounces on him, so he rushes him because he knows he's gonna reload faster than the Tiger 2. He kills the Tiger 2, and now he's thinking about this Karn. And this Karn, as you can see, is, well, he's shooting HE, guys. Yeah, I mean, he was shooting AP at first, but maybe he's not, he's a free to play and he doesn't just pack gold. So he probably has like 50 or 30 HE shots. But you would think by now he would switch to APs, because look at how the 274 is peeking at him. Then again, maybe he's out of APs. Who knows? Who knows, right? Why would you? Why would you fire APs when you can just keep shooting HE? I don't agree with this play, because why, like, even when he rushed the Tiger 2, really, that play was pretty risky, because, well, usually TDs sit there where the Scorpion G was last spotted, right here, right, on the mini-map. You can see the Scorpion G was spotted. You can assume the SU on 30 PM is with him, and by poking and going aggressively to the Tiger 2, he could have easily gotten destroyed, but it worked out for him, so good job to him. He falls back because he notices that the IS-2 and the Ferdinand were last spotted, so he's assumed, you know what, maybe they pushed and they went, like, they're heading towards our base. So he falls back and he finds them. His prediction was spot on. There, right there, shows you this guy knows what he's doing. He peeks, and like, this is what kind of, he's lucky, right? Because the second he peeks, the Ferdinand shows up. Like, I mean, imagine, Ferdinand could have easily been just sitting there waiting for our guy here to make a stupid decision or poke, and so he can hit him for like 500 or something. But his timing was epic. Now he's trying to side scrape, and I want to talk about this too. He's trying to side scrape. As you can see, this is the angle that he's given, right? This is the angle, and this is what the Ferdinand can see right now. But somehow the Ferdy, even though he's shooting gold, did not manage to pin him. Why? How? I don't know. Because this tank is not the best side scraper in the world. Let's just say that. This is what the Ferdinand could see. So this tank can get pinned here. You see, on this plate, it could easily get pinned, especially with you know, like a gun like the Ferdinand's gun, which has like really good penetration, especially with the gold. The penetration can go up to 300. So yeah, keep that in mind. I don't know where the Ferdinand shot went. He probably shot his turret. He thought, you know what, I have enough penetration to go through his turret, but that wasn't the case, and the Ferdinand, as you can see, is dead. The IS-2 pokes, but I mean, well, that's kind of late, buddy. Where were you when this guy was fighting with the Ferdinand? Fair enough, the IS-2 peaks, gets tracked by Ari, and 274 finishes him off. He comes here and he's peeking, waiting for the Skoda to give him an easy shot. And the Skoda is completely hull down, but he manages to put a shot into his turret. Good job to him. I mean, like 5.5 thousand damage already, 6,000 combined, the score is 10-8. If not for our guy, which I think should be clear by now, that if not for our guy here, his team would most likely be losing. He did an amazing job. Even his team did a great job. They managed to push the field, as you can see. And now it's just a matter of picking off the last remaining enemy forces. He pushes here into the Skoda, which is, not the best play considering the Skoda has an insane, and I mean insane clip. This tank should not be a tier 8. I'm just sorry for this. This is like, I mean, I don't see much difference between the Skoda T56 and the VZ55. The only difference is what? The intro clip reload, I think. I don't have the VZ55 yet, nor do I have the Skoda T56, but I think that's about the only difference. And some like soft stats here and there. But who cares? I mean, if your gun shoots 460 or 490 every 2 or 3 seconds, that's not like a huge difference. I think tanks are all about guns. If your gun's working, you're not as huge as a barn. That's all that matters, right? Anyways, he peeks here, finds the Su-130 who wasn't paying attention, or probably AFK, who knows. Finishes him off. The Udes flanks him full HP, and even though he was a one-shot, he managed to survive that one. That's nuts. That's effing nuts. Poor Udes. He was actually stuck and didn't manage to pin him, but I don't know where he was aiming. How didn't he manage to pin him? But that's what happened. 6.8 thousand damage. And that's right there. He has 2 marks showing you what you gotta do and what you gotta pull off to ace this amazing, one of the best premium tanks currently in the game, judging by, the highest XP earned, which is 1.5 plus. So let's move on to the next replay. See you there. Hey guys, I'm back with the second replay, and our friendly Tajishi Dinosaur is on Studzianki facing tier 8s, just like Rise Up Again was. Like on the last replay, the dude that was playing the game was actually called Rise Up Again, in case you didn't notice. And our dinosaur here is heading straight to A5. And you might ask, what can you do from that position? You can shoot the heavy tanks, you can shoot the TDs that get spotted in the back, even if there are some sniping medium tanks, or occasionally a light tank that, has no Fs given, just going like a crazy train in front. So, as you can see, he came here and he's just looking for some shots. He notices there's a Tiger 2 that's taking forever, even though the game started almost 2 minutes ago. The Tiger's still not in position, so he puts a shot into him, well, to his side. He notices there is a Panther 2 that is running for his life, or he fallen back. I don't know, I think the Panther 2 just thought, you know what, I'm afraid we're gonna get rushed. It's just me and the Borask here, so I'm gonna fall back. Which makes it even worse for the Borask because now he could easily get rushed. And as you can see, ELC even just went for him. Went aggressively for him, and the ELC even should be dead for that. But somehow he managed to survive. He puts a shot into the T-103 and spots a Skoda T-56. Puts a shot into him, but that one gets absorbed by the tracks. And one thing I'd like to highlight here is that the enemy Borask is not keeping these guys lit. That's funny because usually when I play on this map, I always like try to spot the medium tanks that are on this platform, right? And if you find like this Patriot just sitting there like that, you can put shots into them. Obviously using gun depression and stuff. Even though the Borask here poked, but the 274 did not get spotted. That's interesting. Because usually whoever pokes from here, if there are tanks on this platform, they get, equally lit. So, yeah. And what I also noticed about this replay is our buddy here, unlike the other guy, right? Like the other guy, he's not playing aggressively. He's just, using his brain and, well, I mean, I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but he's just being patient. Let's just say that. He's playing patiently and relying on enemy mistakes. Which is, you know what? Not so bad after all, right? I mean, that's why it's always fun to watch other people play, because they may not only teach you something or a few things, but you can actually learn different play styles and stuff. So he's trying to look for some shots, but he can't find any. The only guy that could spot for him, ELC even, is dead. A 703 pushes through the middle, and he puts a shot into him, and another shot into the Skoda T-56. And now it's just, they're just sitting here. He's just sitting here, waiting and hoping to get more shots from these heavy tanks. And he bounces a heat shell from the 703, but the 703 currently has such a good angle, there's no way he can pin him. He fires again, but that shot disappears because it was half-ass aimed, and at this point the score is 5-1, and if you notice, they are down what? 3,500 HP? Almost 4,000 HP? Yeah, his team is not doing pretty well. He's only got 1.8 thousand damage, which is, not great, but not bad either. He notices there is an STRV S1 sitting literally in the open. I guess at this point it's been 6 minutes and the STRV said, you know what, F this shit. Usually 5 minutes the games are over, why is this game still going on? So he said, I want to do damage, went in front, and yeah, it's not working out for him, let's just say that. Oh well. See you back in the garage, Mr. STRV S1. He shuts down the STRV and decides to leave this position. That's interesting. I mean, at this point, I'd be considered I would get shot by the Borask in the ass, but he doesn't seem to be, he doesn't seem to care, and he's just going, falling back. Seems to be he wants to head back into the base because he noticed that his team has completely lost the south side, and the enemies are closing in on his teammates. It sure doesn't look so good for his team at this point. Oh yeah. I'm really curious to know what was his thought process by making this play, because usually Oh, he spots there is a shellac that was trying to get some spotting for his team, and the shellac got deleted. Although somehow the Panther 2 managed to find a shot to the back of his turret. Good shot by that Panther 2, especially considering our friend here just got spotted here. The first time he got spotted in this position, right? Yeah, as I said, I would love to know what his thought process is, because usually, let's maximize the map. Usually I would go here. I would sit in this position if I'm losing this side, because I have bushes and a house to work with, so it's like you can always shoot, and whenever you get spotted, not only you can spot, but you can shoot, and when you get spotted, you can move behind the house there for cover. So he said, you know what, F this shit, I'm not gonna stay here. He realized I mean, just look at how his team is positioned right now. You got 3 tanks in one, basically one square. I'm not even kidding. This is just one square. One square. There you go, 3 tanks. And 1 guy here, and 2 tanks are here. So that means that the enemy team controls the map completely up to their base, right? Now just watch. He decides to go after the Tiger 2. He finishes him off. And then he spots there is a T-103 ahead of him. He notices him. He pokes at the right side, the left side, puts a shot to the Panther 2, and then is just looking for some shots on the T-103. The T-103 is zoomed in, and he doesn't see anything but, you know, he's like in horse mode, just looking forward. He puts another shot to the Panther 2, and the Panther 2 realizes, oh well, this is not the best place for me right now, and I don't know what he was trying to do, because he could easily behind that ridge line, but the Panther 2 just basically suicided at this point. Oh well. He notices there is a T-34 too to his north, and he's trying to like look for some shots on him, but he can't find any. He peeks here, spots a WZ, puts a shot into him. WZ doesn't fire back, and he finishes him off. Well, he puts another shot, and the AMX CDC finishes him off. He's trying to look for some shots on the enemy medium tanks that somehow, instead of trying to push and use their HP to finish off the game, decided to stay back for some reason. The IS-3 flanks him, puts a shot into him, and our friend here immediately turns his attention towards the IS-3, puts a shot into his upper hull, because, well, he's out of APs now. Only thing he's got is gold. Puts another shot to the IS-3, the IS-3 pins him as well, but he knows, right, he knows. Our friend here's got 3 marks, he knows what he's doing. He realizes I have better DPM, I'll reload faster, and he finishes off the IS-3. The enemy Skoda T-56 notices him, comes in around the corner, but he takes 470 from the Su-130. It's just funny to me that this Skoda, instead of trying to finish off the TNH, right? He could easily take a shot from the TNH, which hits for like 300, I think. But instead, he knows that the SU is sitting here, right? I mean, he was sitting there the whole game. You would think he would realize that the SU is actually somewhere probably here. He could have easily pushed the TNH, finished him off, but I don't know what he was doing. I truly do not. And then he comes around this corner knowing the enemy positions, right? And loses basically most of his HP at this point. Let's continue watching. There is a T-34 that is pushing towards the Su-130. Su-130 fires, which I assume now is spotted by the T-34. The T-54 Mod 1 is heading towards his TNH, He's a Czechoslovakian heavy tank. The TNH is dead, and the AMX CDC finishes off the Skoda T56 at the same time. The T-34, even though our friend here was spotted by that Skoda, by the IS-3, right, for like the majority of the time, somehow, I don't know how, probably forget that this guy's here. Maybe he doesn't even have a mini-map. Who knows? And now he's just waiting for the T-54 Mod 1. That's exactly what he's doing. He's waiting. He knows that T-54 will come for him. But the T-54 is being passive, which he should be, because even though he has more hit points, he doesn't know at this point where the Su-130 is. Or the Su-130 could be waiting for him, I guess. So, for him to make pressure is really not the best idea. Our friend here, this is like a really good play from him. He realizes that the T-54 will probably come for me or try to flank me, so I need to get the hell out of here. If I manage to create some distance, I'll probably survive. He puts a shot into the T-54, it bounces, it says critical hit, it doesn't bounce, it gets absorbed by the tracks, and this T-54 Mod 1 has fallen back behind cover because he knows he is sitting currently in a really, really bad spot. And now he's just sticking to the AMX CDC as the Centurion is currently capping, which is like, why would you sit on the cap now? Right? You could have done that 2 or 3 minutes ago. It would have been the right play. It would have been understandable, right? For him to cap when they had the WZ, when they had the T-34-2/2. But now to sit on the cap, dude, they can easily come back, take the bushes, spot you, and finish you off. Which, as you can see, they are doing right now. And this is probably one of the worst maps to go cap in when you have where the result or the score is so close. It is. It probably is the worst map to go capping when the result is so close. Because not only is it a small map, it's not that big, but at the same time, there's plenty of bushes where people can decap, right? Like, there's bushes all around, as you can see. So, yeah, the T-54 Mod 1, the Centurion died, that was capping, and the T-54 Mod 1 tried to run away. I don't know, why would he head towards the Su-130? Like, if you try to run away, maybe you would go like this. From this, maybe you can get it. You can't win, most likely. He could have probably won, but he needs to be super lucky. But I don't know, he just went like in the open. Yeah, some of these carries, I mean, when they happen for a reason, right? There has to be some sort of incompetence from the enemy side. Anyways, our friend here, we're not taking anything away from him. He had an amazing game, and he did everything properly, and he's really good at this game, and he knows what he's doing. 6.6 thousand damage and 1.3 thousand assist damage, which basically puts him at 8,000 combined. Really great game, and those 3 marks, you deserve them, buddy. You know what you were doing. You first played safe. You went to the A5 position. You took some shots. Then you fell back when you needed to. You managed to take out the enemy scout, which is one of the most important aspects of every game, right? Because they're the eyes of the team. And then you managed to kill the majority of their heavy tanks and took out the rest of the medium tanks. You played perfectly and you deserve this victory. 9 kills. That is a really, really good score. So that's it for today's video, guys. Let's see the results. it's me again. I just wanted to say that please, if you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content on this channel. This was Controller Master, and see you again soon.